Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the TV Tray Sessions here at Guitar Talk with Todd. Thank you so much for joining me today. Grab your coffee and join us. We're drinking Death Wish. So sit back and join us with a great cup of coffee here as we explore another great piece of music memorabilia here on the TV Tray Sessions. Today we have a extra special episode. This is one of my prized possessions of music memorabilia that I own. This is an original copy of Facets from Jim Croce. In 1966, Jim Croce was completely unknown, and the story goes that him and his soon-to-be wife, Ingrid Croce, were given a wedding gift from Jim's parents of $500, and he was told the stipulation for that money was that he had to use it to get an album pressed, which he did. And he made 500 copies of what you're looking at right here, and counting this one, there would only be 499 because this is an actual original copy. And the story goes, and again, we all hear stories in the music business, so who knows what the truth is and what isn't, but that Jim's parents said he had to use the money to have those 500 copies pressed up, and I guess their thought was that he was going to fail miserably and not sell very many of those albums, and then he would realize, hey, I can't make it in the music business, I better try something else. Luckily for the world, all of us, that did not happen. Jim sold out of every one of these. The story is that they were sold at bars and gigs that he was playing at because it was self-released, self-produced, self-published, the whole thing. Here's the actual vinyl of it right here. I'm going to get some close-ups of this. So it just says Croce on the front. I'm going to get some close-ups while I'm talking about it. So on side A, we had Steel Rail Blues, Coal Tattoo, Texas Rodeo, Charlie Green, and Gunga Din. Okay. And then on side B, we had Hard-Hearted Hannah. Song 2 was Sun Come Up, The Blizzard, Running Maggie, Until It's Time for Me to Go, and Big Fat Woman. So I'm going to get some close-ups of this and zoom in on it while I'm talking about it here so you can kind of see. If you look up anything at all about this Facets album, these are extremely rare. Croce fans seek these down high and low. I'm one of them. Most of you that know me know for years and to this day I love collecting this stuff. But years back I used to go to all the trade shows, drove all around the country, and met a lot of great friends I still know to this day. And, you all had your list of things you were looking for, and this was at the top of mine, along with Maury Muehleisen's Gingerbread album. Maury played guitar with Jim, and you can hear him playing all the leads on the late, like, Operator and the later stuff. But did finally found a copy of Maury's Gingerbread for $1. I've told that story on here many times. But for years, I could not find a copy of Jim's Facets album. And then I got a call from a good friend who said, there's a trade show going on this weekend. I was actually in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And he said, can you get out here? And I'm like, I will be there. He said, I know somebody that's coming in. I got a copy of Facets. Like I said, I'll zoom in on this. It's pretty cut and dry. You can tell it's just a cardboard cover. Jim had the Facets, Jim Croce, Facets by Jim Croce labels, printed up, and I've heard that he, hand pressed all those on there all on his own, and it's kind of got like a goldish tint to the cover. Like I said, I'm going to zoom in here. I might be as we're speaking and put this up as I'm talking about it, but 500 copies of that in existence, and you will see them pop up every now and then, not that often though, and they are super sky high through the roof, the price. I ended up paying $100 for this, which was a lot of money at the time I bought it. And I had seen them go for even higher at that particular time. Luckily, the collectors at that time knew I didn't have a whole lot of money. I was pretty young, and man, $100 was a lot of money for me to come up at that time. Still is, but you know, and they worked with me on getting it in my hands. I'm forever grateful to them. Like I said, I have so many awesome friends in this business that I've met through being out with Beebe and at record conventions, and just awesome people through the years. So very cool that they hooked me up with this. I promised them I would never sell it, and I never will. So let me just get that out of the way right now. It is not for sale and never will be. You will see these going for sky high prices nowadays, and I just can't believe it. But if you're a Croce fan, it's like the holy grail, because that was Jim's debut studio album. He put this out in 1966, self-published, did it all on his own, 500 copies made with the wedding gift of the $500 that Jim's parents gave to him, with the stipulation that he make these 500 copies and sell them at his bar gigs and stuff. And to actually have one of these is crazy. So like I said, I'm going to zoom in, get some close-ups of all this. Let me know. In 2004, I know Shout Factory label reissued Facets on CD, so you can get it out there, and you can hear all these songs now on CD, so thankfully they did. But an original vinyl copy like this is just awesome to have. But comment below, you guys. Let me know what you think. Have you heard this album? Do you have this album? I know I've met some people that do have one. Some people have signed copies. I wish mine was. It is not. But Jim would, you know, sign them sometimes at bars and stuff he was playing at. And again, this is way before the internet. This is way before Bad Leroy Brown, an operator. This is before any of that. This was Jim Croce playing by himself in a bar. Nobody knew who the guy was. Facets he was super proud of, and he would sell them at his shows. So a lot of times people would just get him to sign them. And if you could find one that's signed, it's even, you know, more super cool. But I will put a word out there, which you kind of pretty much figured out anyway. A lot of people that do have them will try to sell them and just take a pen and put Jim Croce and then try to get even more for what it was. So that gets into a whole gray area. Make sure anything you're buying or thinking of buying that you see like that, have it checked out. 9 Ways to Sunday. I get wanting to purchase it if you're a collector, because I'm right there with you. But man, check that stuff out. Talk to somebody that knows that stuff, and really have it authenticated, because there's a lot of fakes out there, especially nowadays in the day of the internet. It's just everywhere. So be careful. That's all I'm saying. Because you will see signed copies of Facets that go for even more. But actually, I haven't even seen any copies of it for quite some time. I did see one a little while ago, and it was going for like thousands and thousands of dollars. But I believe that one was signed. So I've had mine for many years now, and I will never part with it. I'm very happy to have this. It's a real Croce collectible. Any of you that know me know I love Jim and Maury. They're definitely part of my musical college of knowledge and musical upbringing. The way I play and everything, their music is in my DNAs. I love both those guys, and I salute them. And wanted to come on and do this today as a salute to Jim and Maury, who we lost last week, 50 years ago, September 20th, 1973. This is being recorded that same week in the week of September 20th in 2023. So 50 years later, unbelievable. And I'm so happy I have a copy of Facets. But comment below, do you know this album? Have you got the CD reissue? I love all this stuff from Jim, and I'm so honored to have a copy of this. and so grateful. But let me know what you guys think. Comment below, or anything about Jim and Maury. Favorite song, favorite albums. Did you see them? Do you have Facets? Do you want it? Have you heard it? Do you have the CD reissue? Anything related to Jim and Maury, comment below. I love reading the comments. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. You know I appreciate that. Find me on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music, and we'll have plenty more memorabilia and artist interviews, lessons, guitar reviews, and all things going on here at Guitar Talk with Todd at Todd Beebe Music. And we always do the TV tray sessions, which is what this is, where we get lay back with a cup of coffee and check out a cool piece of memorabilia. So hope you enjoyed that today. I am drinking Death Wish coffee, which I always love. Thank you so much for checking in and joining me, and we will see you all again. Remember, Jim Croce and Maury Muehleisen forever. We thank both of them for the music. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.